something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
And that's why she's the best. Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today I just want to talk about Himeko today, and more specifically how I found the best way to play Himeko, and I've been playing she wrong this whole time. So if you ever made this mistake on how you play Himeko, I want to talk to you on how another way you can play she, and she can actually feel more impactful. And what I mean is, if you put your Himeko in a hyper carry team with a Tingyon, a Silver on your team, she'll kind of feel lackluster if she's like your only damage dealer in the team. And the reason I say she'll feel lackluster because, for one, her damage is less than genuine when you do her in a hyper carry team, and a lot of people think genuine damage sucks. Like, I don't personally think that, because I love my genuine and hyper carry team. But if Himeko has less damage than genuine, then that's kind of problematic. But one advantage Himeko has over genuine is you don't have to play Himeko on a hyper carry team. You can play Himeko as a sub DPS on your team, and actually really respectable, because most of the damage it comes from her ultimate and her follow attack. And the follow attacks, I really have underestimated how good the follow attacks are, because I'll be honest, it is so much easier than I thought to get Himeko follow attack, because for one, any other party member that triggered a weakness break can go towards the stack to build up Himeko follow attack. And if you break a elite or a boss shield, immediately you get a follow attack, which is very good. And also her ultimate, I really underestimate that too. It does a really solid amount of damage, especially if you can trigger weakness break on it when you can trigger your follow attack. That is a good combo right there. So instead of using Himeko as a hyper carry, use her as a sub DPS, because one, even though her skill does a really good amount of damage and have a lot of toughness break in it, you don't really need to use it over and over and over again, because just use it a few times so you can get the crit rate, and two, it's not as bad as genuine, because genuine have to use his skill all the time to build up stack from Lightning Lord. So that's one plus side Himeko has over genuine. So you can use your Himeko with any DPS you want that needs some fire toughness break. And when Topaz comes out, I think Himeko will see a lot of play in this double DPS team, because one, that's a lot of fire toughness break, and Himeko can actually help out Topaz with the AoE, because one, the ult does solid damage and the follow attack does great damage. So one, that's a very powerful team, because you're covering all bases. Or like, let's say you're fighting a boss that have a lot of trash enemies, Himeko can take out the trash enemies with the ult and follow attack, and you can just use sword play on your Topaz just to wreak havoc on the boss. So you can have a good time overall. So I can't wait for Topaz to come out, because I do think when Topaz come out, Himeko will see a lot of play, because for one, any enemy or any boss you fight that has fire weakness break, it's gonna get obliterated, like burned to a crisp with that team, because for one, you have so much fire toughness break against any enemy that's weak to fire. It's honestly unreal sometimes. Hell, you don't even need to play with Topaz. You can play she with any DPS that needs fire toughness break, like let's say your Blade team, your Genuine team, your Sealy team, like any team that want AoE fire damage, Himeko got your back, because Himeko is more like a team player. Himeko is not a hyper carry, because for one, if you play she like a hyper carry, you're gonna get disappointed, because one, with the amount of DPS, like main DPS that you can actually hyper carry, like Imbibe, Lune, Blade, Jinglu, like she has so much competition and her damage not high enough. So basically, if you play she as a sub DPS, supporting your damage dealer with her own personal damage, Himeko feels amazing, because for one, that's the best way I can figure out to play my Himeko in my opinion, because for one, playing she had a sub DPS is so much better than playing she had a hyper carry, because for one, in AoE, her follow attacks and ultimate actually does amazing amount of damage, respectable amount of damage, which is very nice. And this is very good, because for one, Himeko is just such a hot character, and a character I really like from the story and design wise. Like, I'll be honest, I love she to death, and two, I never really got she to work properly, because for one, I didn't really understand how she worked properly. So playing she as a sub DPS is very good, and whoever likes Himeko can actually make she work as a sub DPS, because one, it's very respectable to play Himeko as a sub DPS. But I don't think there's anything crazy or anything meta that will bring she back. But if you like Himeko, you can make she work, because one, it's good damage, and I think with Topaz we can see a lot of play, but I don't think it's like the most meta thing, but it works, so I'm fine with that. But with all I said, I think that's everything I want to talk about for today's video. So with all I said, thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it if you made it far. Let me know if you made it far, and I'll have your comment, because I always appreciate supporting me. Let me know what you next, and let me know what you guys think what I say about Himeko. You agree with me, disagree with me on this? Let me know down below, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna kill you. meh, probably might kill you, but still comment anyway, call all that stuff. But anyway, final thoughts is I'm very happy that I can make my Himeko work, and if you want to make your Himeko work, I would highly recommend making sure you have sub DPS. And I'll make a video coming out on why I think Topaz will give Himeko some more playtime for sure, but if you like Himeko, you can actually make she work at a sub DPS. You could try a hyper carry role, but you will get disappointed fast. But anyway, just play the game how you want, I don't really care. But with all that said, take care, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.